Toastmasters Sufiyan Khan.
Thank you. Have you ever considered how powerful your thoughts are? The thoughts that you're holding right now are paving the next few years of your life. Good evening, Toastmasters and my dear guests.
Good evening.
I was born and raised in Mumbai, and I went to one of the best schools in my region. And while I was in school, I saw a lot of students participating in public speaking activities, and they were excelling at it. I admired them, and I wanted to be one of them. And one fine day, I come to know that there is an acting competition coming up, and it's open for participation. So I summed up all of my courage, and I decided to flirt with danger. I gave it my 100%. I arranged for the costume, I selected the character, and I was so determined that the chances of failing was extremely slim. The day of the event arises, I'm sitting at the venue waiting for my name to be called. The moment I hear my name, I'm walking towards the stage, excited but more nervous. I walk up onto the stage and I stand in front of the mic. I stand in front of the mic performing for an entire minute without saying a single word or a sentence. What happened over there? The moment I went onto the stage and I saw hundreds of eyes looking at me, it was a mind-blowing experience in my life. And then I had to walk out of the stage filled with embarrassment and regret. And this pain sustained in my life for the next few years. Fast forward 4 to 5 years from that time, I am in my 12th grade and I'm about to get into my university. But before getting into university, I planted a seed of thought in my mind that I'm going to get into public speaking once again and overcome my stage fear. And once I did that, when I went to university, I actively started taking steps into public speaking and I started hunting for opportunities. And guess what happened? I became one of the most renowned public speakers in my college. I was excelling in anchoring, in elocutions, public speaking competition, so much so that I was also representing my college on a much larger level. It's surprising, right? So how did it happen? Well, if we go back to the topic of my speech, which is the seed of thought and the story that I just said. If you remember back in 12th grade, when I thought that I'm going to get into public speaking, that was my initial phase of planting the seed of thought in my mind. And then I started watering the seed in my mind by thinking about that particular thought, that particular action every single day. And what happens when you water a seed? What happens? It starts growing up. So the thought grew so big in my mind that when I was in my university and there was opportunities coming because of the fear I had in mind, when I was not taking up those activities, I was feeling pain. I was embarrassed. I was feeling regret, so much so that it was taking away my peace. So I told myself, it's okay if I get into it, it's okay if I fail, but there's one thing that I would never have. I would never have regret of trying that particular thing out. And the moment I started to try all those things, it just happened. So it's very essential that anything that you want to do in life, it's essential to always have the thought in mind and always keep nurturing that particular thought, because our lives are driven with thoughts. So what's the takeaway from my story? A very famous author and a radio speaker, Earl Nightingale, says that your mind is like an empty land. It doesn't care what you plant. You can plant positive seeds of thought, peace, prosperity, growth, development, or you can plant negative seeds of thought, self-doubt, regret, something that would hold you back. It will give you the result. It will reap whatever you plant regardless of what you put in. But it will never confront that something is right or something is wrong. So all you have to do if you want to make a change, and if there's something that you really desire and that has been bothering you, just carefully plant that seed of thought in your mind. Water it every single day, and you will see your life transforming in the next coming years. Thank you so much. Back to Toastmasters.